to study politics, actually. In terms of getting into politics in Guyana, not so sure. But to be honest with you, I wanted to because I'm all for leadership, strong leadership over nations. Because when you lead nations, people look up to you. You have to be a good example. You have to be a true servant of the state and to the people. You've got to serve everybody well. And I believe a politician must be a humble servant. And that's what you want. That's what's lacking in terms of world politics. But you really want people to be genuine. You want people to have the nation at heart. And that's very important. It's not just a position to hold, Andrew Mason. You've got to work hard.
Okay. Well, we're getting some WhatsApp messages already coming in. And yes, indeed. Here is Seal. Comes in and bowls outside the off stump. Stroke to air through cover. They're going to get runs. They'll get two, I would imagine. Carty's after it, the man from St. Martin. Pitched up. There's no cover. There's a short point, and he's able to stroke the ball away through the offside. Lovely shot by Dizorzi. He gets two to carry the score to 22 without loss. So keep sending those WhatsApp messages. 1-246-253-4679. 1-246-253-4679. The question we're asking, who is the oldest West Indian cricketer alive? If you get that right, we're going to have 2 tickets for you. Maybe if you can't make it today, we'll try and arrange some tickets for you tomorrow. Maybe it's better, more attractive to give them for tomorrow. So let's settle for tomorrow then. Here's a delivery, which wraps the batsman on the pad. There's appeal for leg before. Played across it, that's the Zorzi. The bowler was appealing more than the Red Cross Society. And in the end, the umpire says no. And they look towards Brathwaite. Are they going to go upstairs? Brathwaite likes to go upstairs. It's now 3-2-1, so they decided not to do that. We'll continue to send us, and maybe we should give you a choice whether you want to come today or tomorrow. But there are 2 tickets available, and we'd be happy to have you. That batsman was struck on the pad, might have been a bit high. And in the end, Jaden Seals looked very keen on it. The batsman didn't look too perturbed. 22 without loss. The Zorzi's got 11. And round the wicket. Here we go. As it's going to be Seals looking for that pepper, as they say. On his way to bowl to the Zorzi and to this delivery, he's covering up to a ball that got bigger than pulls the bottom hand away. Plays with a wash pan of suspicion. Up towards that mid-on area, there's no run.
Yeah, he's played 2 nice shots already. Dizorzi, you've got to keep an eye on him. I think South Africa would want to get in the vicinity a lead of about 250 plus. Anything around 250 plus would be probably very difficult for the West Indies. And you're looking here at Providence. If we said that the score, the average score, and that would have been the first innings, 223, around that, 220, 223. So you want to get, as you look at the replay, Andrew, that was going to go over the stumps. So it's good that Brathwaite didn't take that DRS review. But they were looking for probably over 250, and that would be good for them.
Here's a delivery, which is on the line of the off stump. Bowled by Seal coming forward, open the pace to the batter to Zorzi. Stays it square in the offside down to bat with a point, and there is no run.
I think that would be a lot of pressure on the West Indies to get 200 plus runs batting last here with such a good South African bowling attack. And remember, Dane Pete, the off spinner, he hasn't bowled at all in the first innings, so probably he'll have a chance in the second innings, depending on how the West Indian batters fare up to the South African bowling lineup. And if they're able to get off to a nice start and be able to build their innings in terms of wanting to win the game, well, then Dane Pete will come into play.
Here's a delivery which is short and swung away. Where is that gone? It's gone down to backward square. It was a delivery that was short of a length. And in the end, there's Moti down there to try to stop it. So, what do we have? At the end of that over, they lead by 39, South Africa. There are 23 losses, which is the latest score, Providence.
Right. I was going to ask Andrew if you're going to give a clue as to the country the oldest cricketer comes from, but I suppose I would be giving it away if you said which country the oldest cricketer comes from.
So you want a clue?
No,
you're begging for a clue.
I'm asking if you're willing to give that.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't come. Okay, the clue is he's not from Guyana.
He's not from here.
Yeah, okay, that's not much
and he's
of a
not
clue.
from Barbados.
Here is Seal comes in and bowls pitch up, and there's Markham driving with his weight slightly in the back foot, goes up towards that mid-off area. There is no run. The score is kept in 23 loss. And we're coming up to the end of the over. So at the end of the over, 23 loss. That's the latest score at Providence.
Yes. So
so the clue then, he's not from Guyana. He's not from Jamaica.
Right.
He's not from Trinidad.
Right.
So you got your options.
Got the option.
Not from St. Vincent, not from Antigua.
I know where he's from.
Well, actually, okay, he's from Barbados.
He's from Barbados.
He's from Barbados, the oldest cricketer alive. It was Joe Solomon, but he died recently.
Who's Guyanese? So you've got any answers coming?
Yeah,
in?
a lot. Or several people.
You'll probably have to give away a lot of tickets.
Yeah,
More than two.
The only problem is we only have 2 complimentary. How much does it cost to get into the ground?
Well, it's $2,000.
2,000. And what's that in US?
That in US is what? 10 US?
10 US? Okay.
Just under 10 US, probably.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not bad, is it? Or do you think it's expensive?
I think I was actually surprised, but then there is where you see
You were expecting it to be what? To be higher or lower?
probably $2,500, about $500.
But remember, people.
But it's test cricket, huh?
But people don't have money nowadays, and the West Indies are not playing
But
well.
they're saving
I
their
think you
money
need
for
to take
CPL.
those- well, the CPL is a different kettle of fish.
Saving their money for that.
Oh,
for
several.
sure.
I saw the videos.
Yes.
So hold it to continue. He's going to be the CPL playing for the Royals. Got to try and come good. Jason Holder, the man from Barbados. Round the wicket, comes in to bowl to the Zoes. He's got 11. He's in and bowls him. And he's coming forward to one on the line of the off stump. And with the bat as broad as Pretoria, plays it up to mid-on. There's no run.
Someone who played for Guyana years ago said to me when he came back for a final, he said, Match, I'm not gonna come to the World Cup matches in Guyana, the T20 World Cups. I'm saving my money to come for CPL. Would you believe it?
Yeah. Naim Chan is working around the clock. Got burnt this morning with some cough in his foot, I'm told. That's going to make...
You sure that's what happened to him?
The primetime news tonight and all the networks is trying to tell me who actually is the man. They look for a single return, comes and hits the stumps at the non-strikers end. I think he might have got in. Going to work by Brathwaite to come across from mid-on. They're going to go upstairs. You never know. It went down to mid-on. It was a single pregnant with wrists. I don't know why he would have wanted to do that. Brathwaite came forward to pick it up, threw the stumps down. The question is, did Desori make it to the non-strikers? And we shall see. What's your gut feeling? Where's the ball? He's made it. He's made it. He's made it. So there's no need really to muck around really with that. His bat sliding past the crease. The ball is now about to hit it, so he's comfortably home.
Yeah, I think the captaincy skills of Craig Brathwaite will be put to the test here for this innings of South Africa. He's going to be tested a lot.
I think, and I also think they need a wicket here. They really do need a pepper or two. As he comes in the holder, the big man on his way to Markham into this delivery. He's forward, ball pitched on the leg stump, works it nightly down towards that mid-on area for no runs, 24 loss. We're getting several WhatsApp messages coming in, and I know my very good friend Naim Chan has been working around the clock to get the answer.
Give us some answers so far.
So far?
From what's coming.
No, let's tease them a bit. You know, we like to tease them.
Yes.
Naim Chan. Is he a Georgetown man, Naim?
Naim? No, Naim is an East Coast man.
He's an East Coast man.
Country boy.
East Coast, and not East Bank. We're on the East Bank. He's on the East Coast.
He's on the East Coast.
Here's the delivery, which is on the line of the leg stump, bowled by Holder. Coming right across the stumps is Macrom, who's got 11, plays it up to mid-wicket. There's no run. That was slightly quicker. It was 125.6. So he just increased his pace. It's interesting that such a big, strong man eating all the fine fish and cuckoo in Barbados bowls at this pace. Holder should be bowling quickly like Malcolm Marshall.
You should be talking to him. I'm sure you would have had some words with him already in his career.
By now, we really should have increased his pace. So he's so gentle. He comes up on his way again. Goes past the umpire, bowls to Macrom. Macrom is back to a ball. It keeps a bit low. You better watch it. Goes down towards that mid-on area. Maybe they're bowling Holder because they know that he can maybe get a ball to keep lower too. Goes down towards Louis, the man from St. Kitts. Picks it up, and there is no run.
You talked about Holder being gentle. Isn't he generally a gentleman?
Oh, wonderful guy. Wonderful guy. I criticized him immensely when he was captain, and it's interesting. I got a program called Mason and Guest, and one night they said, hello, who's the next caller? He said, it's Jason Holder. He comes up now, he's in, and balls pitched up and driven. That's hold on, the line of the off step. Macrom drives down towards that mid-off area as we head towards lunch. That ends another gentle over from a gentle bowler. It's 24 lost. That's the latest score at Providence.
What did he ask you when he called in on your program?
He asked me, why is it that I'm so critical of him?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Very good question.
I said, well, Jason, I I think that you're tactically not very good. You tend to defend unnecessarily. And he said, fair enough. And, he's a good guy. We talk quite a bit. And he said, but, despite all that, you're still my favorite commentator.
All right.
And he's a nice guy. I think he understands the importance that in this business of journalism, I think cricketers must recognize that they're going to get criticism, because fear of criticism is the kiss of death in the courtship of achievement. I'll say that slowly. Fear of criticism is the kiss of death in the courtship of achievement.
Yeah, you can be easily
Desmond
destroyed.
Leo Haynes has not spoken to me since 1990. Unbelievable. Here's Seals comes in and bowls, the ball pitched on the off stump. Now they've got the cover area plugged, and that's that's Warrican, and there is no run. In 1990, Barbados up against Jamaica at Sabina Park. Desi Haynes was the captain of the Barbados side. I did a report back to Barbados and said, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll be hard pressed to give Desi 1 as a captain. He was not good.
Wow.
Obviously, his friends told him that. And I remember we were on the plane, he got very upset. By the way, his nickname is Joe Louis. Here is a delivery, which is beating the batsman. That's a steal. There is the batsman, Zorji, coming forward. Might have gone between bat and pad. Taken by the keeper. He survives. He's got 13. Mark Crummers 11. It's 24 without loss. Now, when he was fired the other day, somebody gave me his number. And I host a show called Mason and Guest Show. So I actually called him. I said, hi, Desi. It's your good friend, Andrew. Click.
Wow.
No, we haven't spoken a long time. I mean, to me, that's,
Cricket enemies. Just cricket enemies.
But why? I mean, people criticize me all the time. People criticize you, Matthew.
That's
part of
right.
life.
That's right.
I mean,
That's
there are
right.
people who don't like my style of commentary. There are people who do.
The kiss of death.
Yeah, in the courtship of achievement.
Yes,
You need to write that down and put it when you go. Is Sunday you're going to be doing some preaching? You preaching Sunday?
No, I'm not preaching Sunday.
I didn't ask you that. Oh, you were fired.
No, I'm not on Sunday. Come in.
Okay.
And that's simply because if the game goes to Sunday,
or is it because
I have to be
or
here.
is it because you were fired? Yeah. What religion are you, Mr. Kassoon?
Well, I'm a Christian. Yeah.
You're a Christian.
Yeah.
I was made a Christian when my name was given.
A lot of Barbadians are Christian.
Oh,
too.
yeah, I know this thing. Yeah.
Man, I've been
David's
here.
lamentation.
Every corner I turn.
Oh,
there's a church,
yes. And
man.
David lamented his lamentation over Saul and over Jonathan his son.
Right.
The beauty of Israel is slain upon the high places. How the mighty fallen. Tell it not in Gath. Here's the delivery which is short and pulled away through the Maricate. That was meat and drink. There was a poor delivery, bowled by a Seal and dealt with in the appropriate manner by Desori. It was a long hop and he pulled it through the wicket. That's gone for 4. That was indeed a very naughty delivery from Jaden Seal, who generally has been good in length and line. He strayed and he was punished.
That's where sometimes we're all puzzled about the West Indies fast bowlers, and this is what happened in England. Alzari Joseph bowled a lot of short deliveries, and you bowl into good battles from England. Obviously, they're going to put you away. He thought he probably would have had them flinching, but that wasn't to be.
Here is a delivery from Seal, which is a much better length on the leg stump. The Georgie back, little man, just works the ball on the onside down to square leg. He's on 17. Matt Crum has got 11. It's 28 without loss. Of course, the West Indies ball up for 144, replying to 160 made by South Africa. So similar, a low-scoring battle so far as we head towards lunch of the second day. We're about 6 minutes away. And, of course, those 2 tickets are up for grabs.
Andrew, decent crowd in the
no.
green stands, a little bit decent.
Or is it more of a gathering of spectators? Crowds connotes that you've got many people. I would suggest it's more a gathering. You agree with that?
Well, yes.
Okay, well, then say that. Here's Seal comes in and both pitched up, and there's the batsman driving up towards the extra cover area. Warrican picks it up on the second attempt. He's not the best fielder, Warrican, and a bit slow in the field. Sometimes he's the type that you want to hide as well. So, Zozi gets a single to go to 18. Malcolm has got 11. 29 without loss. That's the latest score at Providence.
That lead is 45 now. If they get past 50 and they haven't picked up a wicket, the West Indies, then you realize how much pressure they'll be under. Because they've got to bat last. And if they've got to chase over 300 runs, you're looking at trouble there for the West Indies.
Yeah, but Shamar Joseph is coming into the attack now. So we should see what happens. He's going to replace the very gentle Jason Holder with, 5 minutes to go before the break?
but
So
the South Africa.
I see Carlisle Best from Barbados is calling me.
Oh,
I can't talk to good old Carlisle now. I'll have to give him a call back. Maybe he doesn't know I'm in Guyana, but we'll certainly speak a little bit later on. You remember Carlisle?
oh yes.
Good
Oh,
batsman.
yes.
He used to commentate when he was batting.
Yes.
Can you imagine? Say, in comes Bowles, the best and best. Drive through the covers for 4. If you ever hear Carlisle Best, you'll enjoy it.
Maybe a little bit unfortunate. in
Yeah,
terms of
yeah.
his-
Well, he
his test
came at a
career,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, he
Difficult
came-
times.
He actually
yeah.
came. He did a book recently and came out and said that he didn't have a very good relationship with Sir Viv. Yeah, and interesting what Lara was saying about Sir Viv and
That's
Carl
right.
Hooper. Interesting. Now Joseph comes up. We want to say good things about him. He comes in and bowls is Zuri, and Zuri is getting a ball which is already making the batsman flinch a bit. Goes across, pushes up towards that mid-off area. There's Zuri. Let's hope that he's okay. And I want to tell those in authority that they need to check this guy out. He's getting cramps, and sometimes you don't know. Maybe just a simple team doctor will not. Get a specialist to check him out to see what's going on with him. Because there could be a lot going on with him. He is the future. He's 24 years old, and we got to make sure that his health is tip-top.
Let's
You
call
agree with that?
Yes, let's call another name to Isaiah Thorne from Guyana.
Oh, yeah,
young
yeah,
man.
oh, yeah. Went to England.
That's right.
And should have stayed on, in my view.
In my
He's
view
now
as well.
29 without loss. Here's Joseph. Comes up now. On his way, he's in and bowls. And there's a batsman getting a short ball. And the George just paddles it really down to that fine leg area. Force it more backward square. Moti comes off the ball. It's going to be very interesting to see how he performs here. Joseph, we know that he's got a big heart. Bowl with a bad toe and won the test match in Australia. But you never know after that exhaustion. Of course, cramps will come from dehydration as well. So you don't know. Let's hope he's okay. He's a wonderful young man, good shoulders. And let's hope he's okay. And as I want to say again, you got to check him out. Make sure he goes to a specialist and see what's going on with him. Not just a team doctor. 30 without loss.
And generally, the public needs to also not put him under pressure because when you've been so successful in Australia, you don't think that Joseph is going to be successful in every test match.
Well, he
plays.
comes up now on his way to bowl to Macrum. In bowls to Macrum. Macrum is right across the stumps and puts the ball away, a bit short, down towards the captain who needs some runs for the West Indies. That's Craig Brathwaite. There's no run. Scores kept in 30 without loss.
I believe in putting the non-performers under pressure, not those who performing well. Right? If you're performing well, you need to be encouraged. But non-performers, you've got to put them under pressure.
Yeah, so 3 balls are left. We've got 2 minutes before 12. Will we be able to get another over in? We shall see. It's going to be tight. It's not like Lance Gibbs who would bowl an over in just over a minute. It's the Lance Gibbs street I passed there last night, and there's a Clive. Is it a Clive Lloyd Drive? Is it?
Clive Lloyd Drive,
Clive Lloyd Drive.
Shiv Chandrapal Drive as
okay,
well.
wonderful as well. Here is Joseph. Comes up, he's in and bowls. Malcolm covers up. Ball pitched to the off stump. And elbows well caught. Good picture to see. Plays it down towards Carty, the man from St. Martin. Comes across his right to pick it up. And there is no run.
I'm actually surprised that it took you so long to come back to Guyana because you really love this
Yeah,
country.
indeed. I mean, but then, of course, you had COVID those years,
Well, right.
3 or 4 years. COVID is back as well.
Yes, it's still around, lingering.
Yeah, it's lingering. No? Are there a lot of COVID cases in the country?
I'm not
I don't think governments pay a lot of attention to them anymore, really. That used to be some daily bulletins in Barbados. So it was all gone. So they were not lost. Here is Joseph. Comes in and bowls. And there's the batsman coming onto the front foot. And that's Macro opens the face of the bat. Runs it square the offside. He's kept on 11. Zorzi's got 19. It's 30 without loss. 1 ball to come. What's your time? You got 12 o'clock?
Yeah, I've got a minute to 12.
A minute to 12. So it's going to be tight to see. Will we be able to get 1 more over in?
No, I
We
don't
shall see.
think
You don't
so.
think so?
I don't think so.
Matthew Kassoon's watch is saying a minute before noon.
Remember as an umpire as well.
Yeah, as an umpire.
Keep your eye on
Yeah,
that,
you
that
should.
watch.
Yeah,
It,
indeed.
it takes a minute to actually change over for the next over.
Okay, so we shall see. So you reckon this should be the last
This should be
ball?
lunch.
He's in and bowls. Macrom covers up to 1 on the off stump, pushes out to cover. Let's look at the umpire. He comes across. What will he do? Yes, he removes the bails. So at lunch on the second day of the second test match, contested at Providence on the east
East Bank of
bank of Demerara.
Yep, you got
Not
it
the
right.
East Coast.
The East Bank of
East Bank of Demerara, 30 without loss. It's been a wonderful morning of Test cricket. The West Indies losing wickets cheaply, but then Shamar Joseph waving his bat around. The very obdurate but very defiant holder. He unbowled on 54, a session in which we had 3 wickets going down. 77 runs scored, and the game is in the melting pot, with South Africa looking to bat much better in their second innings, having made 160, to which the West Indies replied with 144, batting the second time. DeZorzi is on 19, Matt Cummins has got 11. They are 30 without loss. And for his impressions of the morning's play, let's go across to my very good friend Matthew Kasu.
It's been a good game so far. I mean, 20 wickets have fallen, and we've just completed session 1 of day 2. Advantage South Africa, of course. That little lead of 16, and now building on it, they lead by 46 with 30 without loss. In their second innings, I did say I don't expect South Africa to bat badly a second time, and the West Indies will be under a lot of pressure here. You talked about Holder opening the bowling and not really bowling with much pace at all, and that in itself says that the West Indies will have to use their spinners a lot in this second innings here. They've got to work hard. The captaincy of Craig Bradford will come under scrutiny here in terms of the way he sets his fielders, the field placements, to be able to restrict South Africa to a total that they believe that they can go and bat last on this track and win the game. Now, that's not going to be easy, and I expect South Africa to pile on the runs. They're going to take their time and bat and probably get up to a lead. They need a lead of over 250 to make a really good game of it.
How is the pitch played so far, Matthew?
I thought the pitch is playing pretty well. You echo those sentiments as well. It's not a bad pitch at all. I thought the bowlers have used the pitch well, the fast bowlers in particular. They've picked up most of the wickets here in this match so far. The spinners have just picked up about 2 or 3 wickets. So when you look at that situation, the fast bowlers should be happy about this. But it's all up to Seals and Holder and Shamar Joseph to try and come good now for the West Indies and hope that they can pick up some wickets after lunch.
Indeed. So we hope you enjoyed our broadcast half as much as we enjoyed presenting to you. The West Indies starting the morning at 97 for the loss of 7, all up for 144, chasing the 160 made by South Africa. And in response, South Africa are 30 without loss. And no doubt they're looking to really bat deep in the second innings and give the side a score that they can work with. So that's the situation then, 160 and 30 without loss. That's South Africa, the West Indies, 144. We'll come back in about 35 minutes. Please join us then. Okay, okay. All right, all stations stand by. We are just getting ready for the resumption. Second session, second day, West Indies versus South Africa. Our commentaries will start in a minute. I'll count the last 10. Hope you can join us from there and from far. Stand by. Stations across the Caribbean. We have 30 seconds and counting. We'll count the last 10. Fifteen seconds and counting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Northern Drive Network as we bring you ball by ball
commentaries of the West Indies South Africa series. The action is about to begin. And now, for all the excitement, let's join our commentators on location.
Well, good afternoon to you across Radio Land, and again, welcome to the Providence Stadium here in Guyana, which is located, of course, on the east bank of Demerara in one of the three counties. And we're here to begin the action again, or to resume the action after lunch, as we look at Jaden Seals, who continues and bowls to the Zorzi. Gets the ball on the line of the leg stump, just tickles it down to backward square and gets a single. So the South Africans are on their way after lunch. And of course, at lunchtime, there were 30 for no wicket. The Zorzi and Aiden Markram, the two not-out batsmen at the crease. And let me just recap what transpired during the course of the morning session. Of course, the West Indies resumed today, 97 for the loss of 7 wickets. And then they were eventually skittled out for 144. And in the process, giving away a 16-run lead to South Africa. South Africa batting a second time. Here is Seals, bowls to Markram. He is coming forward and stroking the ball straight to cover. Moti is in the way. He feels and there is no run. There's something about Markram that I want to mention. There's something about his batting. He looks very classy, very elegant. And maybe I don't want to put Virat Kohli... don't want to put Markram in Kohli's category. Maybe Babar Azam and a few others around world cricket right now. But he's very elegant, and it's so pleasing when you're doing commentary to commentate on a batsman like Markram, full of class, lots of time to play his shot. Here is Seals, he's up there, bowls to Markram, he's coming forward, on the part of the bat. This will go into the boundary for 4, down towards backward point. He did that so sweetly and so exquisitely. And he picks up a boundary. He goes up to 4 and will now carry the South African total. I'll just wait for the score to come up. But an excellent boundary here. And I welcome back up Naeem Chan just after lunch.
Hi, good afternoon to all, wherever you are. And nice to be a part of the commentary and bring the live reports here from the National Stadium to you. Nice weather conditions, brilliant sunshine. Just about pervading the atmosphere here. Small sprinkling of spectators. We expect a grand day's play.
Here is Seals. He speeds in to bowl to Markram down the leg side. This will come on our microphones here at the media center end for a boundary by signal now by the umpire Raza. And 4 more to the South African total, 39 for no wicket. This is the total contrast of what we saw in the South African first innings when they were struggling. It's 39 for no wicket. What a start they're having here, Naeem, in the second innings.
Exactly. And if the West Indies cannot make inroad into the South African batting lineup in the next 2 hours or 1 hour even, the shape of the game will start to form and you'll have almost come to a conclusion. But if the South Africans bat for the entire day today without being bowled out, the West Indies could find themselves in a bit of a trouble.
3 steps begin to go down. Here is Seals. Passes the umpire. Bowls to Markram. He's driving exquisitely through the outside field. That's gone for 4. My word. Brilliance was written all over that. What a shot. That's gone for 4. 43 for no wicket. Naeem Chan, did you like that?
Yes, earlier on I was saying to my mind, and in fact while traveling, that there was nothing in this test match so far, and I've been describing this game for a few decades, that I felt good about. I felt good about that cover drive. I'm feeling good about Markram.
Yes, he looks the picture out there. When he stays there, he bats for a long period of time. He had a really good start to his test match career, then faded away slightly. But you never know what can happen. These things do happen in life. Sometimes you think that you're way on the mountaintop, and then you might come right back down in the valley. Things do happen, amazing things. He taps away. He's on 19 from 25, 43 for no wicket. Here he Seals to Markram. He's tucking the ball in the onside. This down towards forward of square. That's Warrican is giving chase from a very short mid-wicket area. And he picks up and rifles the return in. And they get 2 more runs. So good run in there. 45 for no wicket. The first over after lunch. 45 for no loss to South Africa. Batting in their second innings. That's the latest score here from Providence.
Well, kind of erratic start there from Seals. Half volleys outside the off stump, last delivery down the leg side, then another one down the leg side where it came for 4 buys. So an erratic start. He's not finding that rhythm. Yesterday, he bowled very well. Coming down to yesterday afternoon, I think he was losing it a bit. And then this morning, I don't think he looked so good as how we saw him yesterday. And just coming back to Markram, I was mentioning to the group here in the commentary box, when you come from an era, and Andrew Mason knows what I'm talking about, where you had the privilege of describing some glorious shots from quality batsmen, and I'm talking here about West Indian batsmen in the league of Brian Lara and company, and then you come to a situation like in this test match, I wasn't seeing anything nice to describe, except now for a few shots there from Markram has done it all for me.
Shamar Joseph will continue from this the media center end, passes the umpire ball to the Zorzi. Is tickled down towards fine leg. We'll just await the signal, and 4 signaled by the umpire might have come off the bat, but 4 more to the South African cause. 49 for no wicket. As I said, 9 total contrast from what we witnessed in the first innings.
Yes, somehow or the other, I get the feeling that the West Indies are losing it. Shamar Joseph going way down the leg side, Seals not finding his rhythm and his line and length.
So the field for the left-handed Zorzi, 3 slips, probably this is just a fine gully, you might want to put it that way. There's a cover mid-off on the offside. Here is Joseph bowls to the Zorzi. He's finding the gap on the onside, turns it straight towards the left of Mikhail Louis, gets another run on the onside. Good rotation in the strike. We've just lost the sunshine for a bit. The 50 has come up for South Africa in rather quick time, in under 10 overs.
Exactly, and the South Africans look very organized. I'm seeing a bit of lackadaisical action coming from the body language of the West Indian players. They're not the same team that I saw bowling in the first innings. Their tails were up. Something or the other looks a bit dormant, lackadaisical in the second innings. And I think it's because the bowlers are not finding their true potential.
Here is Shamar Joseph to bowl to Markram. He is getting the edge on the outer part of the bat, but it dropped away in front of Jason Holder, who is stationed at second slip. As it bounced into his waiting hands. He's very tall figure there, Jason Holder. Sometimes I'm very surprised to see Jason Holder in the slips, but I tell you what, he has got a good pair of hands, no doubt about it. He really stopped it there, and there's no run. But the way South Africa are going, the first day, remember, Naeem, yesterday we were speculating that probably this game might end on a Saturday instead of the scheduled Monday, but we never know what can happen. Here is Joseph in cool conditions now, bowls to Markram. He's coming forward and just stabs the ball on the onside of the wicket. Brathwaite comes away from it on and fields, and there's no run. 50 for a loss of no wicket. But I share your point. The West Indians at the moment and just before lunch probably lack the intensity that they had in the first innings.
Yes, they did.
First innings.
And the South Africans, no doubt, the batsmen, the 2 opening batsmen look as though they want to bat. Very organized. Not to forget the prolific past of Markram. He's a great player in the making.
This is Markram. He's coming forward, one which is pitched up. And the way he's batting signals that, you know, I want to stay there for a pretty long time. Well, he has time on his side. He can build on that. 51 for no wicket. Zorzi is 25. Markram has 22. Day number 2, session number 2. They lead by 67. So that's the equation right now. As we look towards the green stand, and a few youngsters there enjoying the game, Naeem?
Yes, they're coming out in small numbers, maybe in quality and not quantity at the moment. But just looking back at Markram, 97, 143, 125, his first 3 test matches.
Here is Joseph bowls to the Zorzi. He is getting one that comes into him. The left hand is back and across, and plays it straight to mid-on. That's Brathwaite is in the way. Another over completed, 51 for no wicket. Zorzi is on 25. Markram is on 22. That's the latest score here from the Providence Stadium.
And of course, Markram also led South Africa, the under-19, brought home the title in the World Cup, under-19 in 2014. So he's had quite a prolific career, maybe not the highest achievement, but he's done extremely well. He has an average of almost 36. And so he's doing pretty well, 2,445 runs before this game in his 38 test matches. He's averaging 35.95.
Yes, not really a bad thing for Markram, but he just fell away a little bit after you mentioned those 3 innings at the start or the beginning of his test match career. It does happen to a few players. We look at Seals in rather cool conditions now. To bowl to Markram, he's coming forward, one that comes into him and just plays it out straight to mid-off, and there is no run. Still 51 for no wicket. Zorzi 25. Markram is on 22. And again, across the region and wherever else you might be picking up the broadcast, I want to say a pleasant good afternoon to all of you again. And here's hoping you're enjoying the coverage here on the Cut and Drive network.
In the first innings, I was looking at Seals getting the ball to move appreciably away from the right-handed batsman. I'm looking at him in the second innings here. He's not getting that at the moment.
And these are conditions for fast bowling. Here is Seals, bowls to Markram. He's flicking a down pass backward square. Can the fielder, that's Joseph. Joseph is coming wrong. Well, he will pick it up and pulls it away inches inside the backward square boundary. And they get a second run. He looks well organized, isn't that so?
Yes, except for the West Indian bowlers, don't seem organized. The last over, Seal went 2 times down the leg side, 2 times full up. Markram drove him to the boundary. So they are not really finding the rhythm they had in the first innings.
Yes, and you look at the field. So what Captain Brathwaite is saying, look, you have got a ball on off stump line here, my brother. What, 3 steps I make it now? Beginning to go down on the offside. Here is Seals, bowls to Markram. He's standing up straight, then punches the ball straight to Brathwaite. Elegant player, and he can score 53 for no wicket. But it signals a lot of trouble for the West Indies, because apart from the little lead that South Africa are having, they have 10 wickets intact, and that's very important for them.
These guys knew what they wanted to come out and do. There was a target, there was a plan, and you can see that they're working to that plan without unnecessarily being lazy and being complacent and not hitting the ball. We saw some exquisite cover drives from Markram.
69 deleted, so make that 69 for no wicket. Here is Seals to bowl to Markram. That was a pretty good delivery. Squares him up as the ball takes the outer part of the bat and goes down to the third man. That's Warrican who's giving chase, and he returns now. They get 2 more runs, so the runs are coming really quickly. Markram has gone up to 26. 25 is the Zorzi, and South Africa are going on their way merrily.
Well, what is worrying to me is that if the quicker bowlers, who have been the wicket takers in the match so far, both sides of the coin, are not getting the kind of help and movement I've been seeing in the first innings, then would you try the spin? And the spin has been pretty innocuous. Even Maharaj was not getting a lot out of this pitch. Warrican has been pretty flat, as well as Moti.
Here is Jalen Seals. He comes up and bowls to Markram. He picks up the line very quickly. That one bounced appreciably too, and straight into the waiting gloves of Joshua De Silva. But the West Indies, they've got to pull themselves together very quickly. They don't have much time in terms of the second innings here for South Africa, because they're going away with the runs. They're lead by 71, and they'd want to pick up a few wickets and pick them up early as well, because you don't want Markram to settle in here. That's the worst possible thing that's going to happen for the West Indies this afternoon and maybe come tomorrow. So they'll want to see the back of Markram and maybe the Zorzi as well. South Africa, though, they'll want to bat for a long period of time. Here is Seals. He passes the umpire, bowls to Markram. He is what? Beaten? Might have just pulled the bat in the last moment. Another over completed. 55 for no wicket. That's the latest score here from the Providence Stadium.
Well, the big boys will be separated from the little boys. If the West Indies can't live up to what we saw in the first innings, then the opening batsman and the others to follow in the South African side will seize every opportunity to bat there and deliver a big enough, sizable score to post for the West Indies in their second innings.
Good. So if I could just recap what happened. Of course, South Africa in their first innings, they made 160. And the highlight of that innings being 38 not out by Dane Pete towards the ending of that innings. Bellingham getting 28, Tristan Stubbs getting 26. For the West Indies, Shamar Joseph 5 for 33, Seals 3 for 45, and Holder 1 for 26. And in the West Indies reply, 144, Holder getting 54 not out, Carty getting 26, and Joseph getting 25 towards the end. The bowling department, Mulder 4 for 32, Burger 3 for 49, and Maharaj 2 for 8. And of course, South Africa leading by 16 runs. After lunch, they have come out and they have looked really positive as well. Here is Shamar Joseph. Passes umpire. Side cut and bowls to the Zorzi. He is opening the face down past point. This will go into the boundary for 4. He did that so easily. Gets another boundary. 59 for no wicket. Now he goes up to 29. And it's more pressure for the West Indies.
Well, what I like about these two batsmen is like there is nothing that is extravagant and wild about what they're doing. De Zorzi made sure that he covered his stump, got his foot in the right position and squared it up. There was no big heave or flashing shot. He was absolutely sure what he's doing. These are two batsmen on a mission and they know what they want.
So there's a strengthened onside field. Here is Shamar Joseph. The ball to De Zorzi. He is trying to flick down the leg side, taken by De Silva. Very interesting field on the onside. Very short mid-wicket. There is a mid-on which is wide. And there is a forward square as well. These men are pretty short in. And there's also a fine leg on the boundary there in Moti. On the offside, there are 3 slips, I make it. There is a very wide mid-off. And there's also a point. Very interesting field there, Naeem. The onside being strengthened for the left-hander.
Yes, I think they're hoping that Shamar can put it into the pads and have Zorzi attempt the drive into the onside and give a catch.
This is Joseph bowls to the Zorzi. And for a long time, we haven't seen a pull shot. That was one outside the off stump taken by the keeper.
Good delivery. It made some height too and tempting. And that's a good line. Good line. And Zorzi was like flashing outside the line of the off stump. He was not to the pitch of the ball. And that he just managed not to get the outside edge.
Again, I want to say thanks to each and everyone who has been working tirelessly in making the Providence Stadium to look the way it is. Here is Joseph up there and bowls to the Zorzi. He's flicking the ball on the onside as Brathwaite will give chase from it on. He will pull it back now and returns from the long on boundary, and they get 3 good looking runs on the onside. The runs are coming here, Naeem, and they're coming fast.
Yes, and they're not coming in a wild fashion. They're very calculated batting. There's not a lot of shots that are airborne. They're batting with exquisite style. They know what they want. They seem very focused. This is not the same Zorzi and Markram that I saw opening in the first innings. They were pretty tentative. Their bowlers were acting up too. They were getting the ball to lift appreciably off a very good length. Both Shamar Joseph and Seals. That's not happening in the second innings.
Shamar Joseph will bowl to Aiden Markram. He's in 26. 62 for no wicket. He passes the umpire. Bowls to Markram. He's coming in behind. He looks rock solid. He's probably saying to Shamar Joseph, well, my brother, this is not the first innings. This is the second innings, and I'm here to stay. 62 for no wicket.
No, Shamar Joseph used to, the previous innings, got the ball to cut back. And when I say cut, notice that I'm emphasizing the cut. Cut back deep and appreciably, so much so you got a wicket with that, bowling Markram. And Seals, on the other hand, was getting it to move away from the right-hander. It's not happening this time round.
Here is Joseph, passes the umpire, bowls to Markram. He's coming forward. Good delivery. And probably you might look at it this way. The wicket might be drying out a fair bit too. It might not be offering the assistance to the bowlers as it did previously. Another over completed, 62 for no wicket, South Africa in their second innings. That's the latest score here from the Providence Stadium.
I think that's a good point, Wadikar, that the pitch is changing its behavior. They're not getting the kind of help. But the pitch should not affect you and make you bowl 2 wild down the leg side or 3 in an over, as Seals has done, and then another one pitched up into the offside or off stick of Markram and being driven for boundaries. You know what I'm talking about. So I don't think that the bowlers are quite focused. So much so that Craig Brathwaite, I think, is going to take off seals, and we're going to see the return of Jason Holder.
So Jason Holder will continue from the players' pavilion end, and that a large, expansive view as we look out from our vantage point here from the media center end, the stadium, which was built primarily for the hosting of Cricket World Cup 2007, when we had Super 8 games here. And we keep reminding you, this is our very third test match here in Guyana. 2008 and 2011, the West Indies had the better of Sri Lanka in 2008, but were beaten by... In fact, they won against Pakistan and lost to Sri Lanka in 2008. And this match promises to have a very good ending. Here is Holder, continues and bowls to the Zorzi, opens the face, straight down to backward point, where Joseph Fields, and there is no run. Naeem, did you attend the 2007 World Cup Super 8 matches here?
Yes, I actually worked here for the 2007 World Cup, but not on radio commentaries, but I did other stuff for CWI, it was then WICB, and I had my little part. I feel proud about it too. I'll tell you more.
Here is a Holder, continues and bowls to the Zorzi. He's coming forward. They look rock solid. They look that they will never get out. 62 for no wicket. I was just about to ask you, how pleasant was that experience?
Very pleasant. It was my first World Cup, actually. Lara had announced his retirement. In fact, he made a walk around his ground, waving to the crowd. It was nice, but...
very surreal.
Yeah, and the West Indies didn't do exactly as we expected them to do in that tournament. So that was a bit heartbreaking as well.
Jason Holder will want to prize out a wicket here. He's up there, bowled to the Zorzi. He's coming forward again and pushes the ball straight to cover. That's Moti is on the way, and he fields 62 for no wicket. The Zorzi 32, Markram 26, and the lead by 78 runs at the moment. Holder tying away from the players' pavilion end in brilliant sunshine. Would want to pick up a wicket here though. He doesn't have the pace. So I guess what he depends on is some lateral movement, if he can have that. Here is Jason Holder. He's up there, bowls to the Zorzi. He is forward and drives out of part of the bat towards the left of slip. That's Athanaze, and will go into the boundary for 4. And Jason Holder, hands on his head and probably thinking, wow, if I had another slip in, probably I would have had a wicket.
Yes, he certainly would have had, but you're only operating with 2 men in that area. In the slip cordon, so it went far away from Atanaz to his left. That means it would have been somewhere in the vicinity of 3rd or 4th slip, and it came down to the boundary for 4. Holder, you mentioned something very, very important. If you do not have the speed, as in like cases like Arshdeep Singh out of India, when you do not have the pace, Andrew Mason describes him as gentle, then you are supposed to devise other ways of getting people out. And the top one is swing. I'm not seeing a lot of swing from Holder.
Here is Jason Holder. He's up there, bolted the Zorzi. He is hitting and is put down by Joshua De Silva, who leaped to his left. I thought it was left into his left glove, but at the last moment it popped out. Why did it pop out? Only God knows. 66 for no wicket. The Zorzi is on 36. Markram is on 26. Naeem Chan.
Well, that could be a fatal occurrence that happened there. When you have 2 men looking so solid as Zorzi and Markram, and you give them a chance, you're likely to pay. You're likely to pay.
Well, the price might be a very, very expensive one. Let's see what's going to happen during the course of the day, during the course of tomorrow maybe. But catches win matches. We often hear that numerous times and countless times. And when they come to you, you accept them. That's the way you're going to go around winning a match. It doesn't have to be a test match. It can be a normal cricketing match. Here is Holder, passes the umpire to bowl to the Zorzi. He is coming forward. And might just be saying, look, my brother, I made a mistake, but not the next time. Another over completed, 66 for no wicket. The Zorzi is on 36. Markram is on 26. That's the latest score here from the Providence Stadium.
Well, certainly the slip fielding and well, I have not seen bad stuff from De Silva, but generally the slip cordon has been a letdown. Let's put it this way, behind the wicket, we have not done well. That was a simple catch that should have been taken by any elementary standards.
You know, my memory, sometimes I love to reflect, and some people ask me, why do you reflect? But then, sometimes, and in most cases, our past will determine our future. Probably the best glove man that we had in recent times would be Dinesh Ramdin by a very far way. Let's put it that way. But, we're still struggling to find that person who can bat consistently, give us a good score, and the keeping up to date. Here is Shamar Joseph. He passes the umpire and bowls to Markram. He's turning it down towards a long leg area, deep backward square maybe, and Seals comes off the boundary. He feels 67 for the loss of no wicket. I guess, Naeem, you might want to share your point on that.
Yeah, but we've not only been struggling for quality wicketkeeper batsmen, we've been struggling for everything in every department. Because the only spark I seem to remember in the last days, put it this way, going into the 90s and 2000, the only sparkle was Shivnarine Chanderpaul, Hooper, and of course the majestic and legendary Brian Lara. Of course, in the bowling department, we had Courtney Ambrose and Courtney Walsh.
Here is Joseph. He's up there, bowls to Zorzi, looking to play it and lets it go, taken by the keeper. 67 for the loss of no wicket. And so many keepers we've had over the years. We go back to David Williams in that series in Australia, Junior Murray. The names would come up. Ridley Jacobs, I thought, was pretty brilliant.
But he was a good batsman too. He shared quality abilities in batting as well as in keeping. I'll say he was even a better batsman than wicketkeeper.
Yes, he was real quality. Here is Joseph, passes the umpire to bowl to Zorzi. He is coming forward and beaten by a beauty that left him. And taken by Joshua De Silva from behind, 67 for no wicket. He remains on 36.
Zorzi would have to know that Shamar Joseph is hardly getting the one to come back into the left-hander. Rather, he keeps going away. And so he would have to know that I can leave some of these deliveries alone. I think he was fishing and searching outside the off stump.
Yes, he's having some problems outside the off stump, no doubt about it. A little bit tentative there. He taps away. He's left-handed. Here is Joseph. He's up there, both of these Zorzi. He picks up the line. And once you pick up the line as a batter, you can let it go. And he did that on that occasion. 67 for no wicket. Zorzi 36, Markram 27. Yes, we'll continue discussion on the keeper's name.
Yes, but the keepers, to me, in my opinion, were the least of the West Indian problems, because even Junior Murray was a brilliant keeper. Of course, before that, you had the iconic Jeffrey Dujon. But down the line, wicket keeping did not let us down, I believe. It was more quality bowling and quality batting. The batting was terrible.
This is pitched up, and Zorzi is coming forward and drives straight to mid-off. That's Carty's in the way.
And when I say the batting let us down, I'm subtracting or minusing the likes of Lara, Hooper, Shivnarine, but we have not been manufacturing or putting out in the market quality players in the batting department. They've been struggling.
And I did say it, myself and Matthew, we were on air. We've struggled to find the next Brian Lara, the next Chanderpaul. Show me. I'll be happy. Here is Joseph. He's up there, balls to Zorzi. That's wide. And will go into the boundary for 4. Wide signal by the umpire. 4 wides. It's not often we see that, Naeem.
Yeah, I think the ball quite possibly must have slipped out of his hands. This particular over, I think he has found his rhythm. He's been very close to the off stick, missing the outside edge at least on one occasion. So I think he has bowled this over quite good, and quite possibly that ball, he sprayed it. It spilled out of his hands.
Again, I want to say thank you to the sponsor, the Sports Network out of Berbice, Guyana. And we do coverage for radio, TV, and the internet. And Red Rose Advertising. Your success is our business. Here is Shamar Joseph looking for some business right now. Bowls to the Zorzi. This is close on the off stump, and he might be saying, how on earth I'm not getting the edge here. Another over completed, 72 for no wicket. The Zorzi is 36. Markram is 27. They lead by 88. That's the latest score here from the Providence Stadium.
Yeah, but Zorzi was trying to pull the bat inside of the line, but the ball was very, very close to the off stick. And I think Shamar had a right to celebrate the way he did. He almost thought that he had the wicket, actually. If not the outside edge, he would have clipped the stumps. Nothing like that happened. Good over from Shamar Joseph.
We look at the bowling figures. Seal 6 overs, no maiden, 34 runs, no wicket. Holder 4 overs, no maiden, 14 runs, no wicket. And Shamar Joseph 4 overs, no maiden, 20 runs, no wicket. They haven't taken a wicket, Naim. They've been a little bit on the expensive side.
And not only expensive, because they're bowling to a different Markram and a different Zorzi. Zorzi has had his anxious moments, but Markram has been absolutely on spot.
Yes, Aiden Markram, well, I just can't hide it. I must say it. I love to see him bat. Here is Holder, bowls to Markram. He lets it go, taken by the keeper. He came to prominence in the 2014 Under-19 World Cup when South Africa won that tournament. And Rabada also played in that game, the semi-final. I think he got 6 for 25 and really shot to fame, came to prominence in that tournament. Look what Rabada has achieved from then to now. And Markram as well, he started brilliantly in his test match career, faded away a little bit. But there's always hope once there's life. Here is Holder, he's up there, bowls to Markram, he's driving. And straight to the fielder. I get so excited when he's playing a shot. Well, 72 for no wicket.
It's for the first time he didn't find the gap, actually. Every time he puts that kind of effort in a cover drive, he has gotten 4. On this occasion, he just didn't. I don't believe he got the position correct. There is, by the way, an extra cover on the offside area. He had bisected it twice before.
Here is Markram, he settles. Here is Holder to the right-hander. He is coming forward. Look at that shot. That's pure class about it. On the onside, my very good friend from Barbados, who tells me that he's not going back to Barbados, Andrew Mason, loved that shot very much. Andrew Mason enjoying the Guyanese hospitality.
Well, he has been doing that for a long time. Sometimes at my expense.
I know you had to chip in there, Naim.
I know the fella.
Here is Jason Holder. He's up there, bowls to Markram. That's a poor shot, though. I can't say that was elegant. That was poor. Outside the off stump taken by the keeper. 72 for the wicket.
I don't think it was much as a poor shot as it was a good ball. Jason Holder, he really got it on spot there. And for the first time, I saw him moving the ball away from the right-handed batsman. I think Markram was beaten.
Genuinely. And sometimes you get that sort of response from the bowler. You might be prodding, pushing, and then from nowhere, you get that delivery which is unplayable. Some of them are snorters. Here is Holder. He's up there, bowls to Markram. He's coming forward and can't score. The ball goes up straight to mid-wicket. Moti is in the way and he feels 72 for no wicket. Might be thinking because of the sunshine out and all of that, the pitch dried out, we might be seeing spin bowling soon.
Yes, I wouldn't be surprised because the Pacers are not handing the West Indies the breakthrough, so I wouldn't be surprised if the spinners come on. But I don't have a lot of faith in the spinners simply because I haven't been seeing much from them. Maharaj as well as our 2 spinners, Warrican and Moti.
I wonder why you've lost your faith, Naim. Here is Holder, bowls to Markram. He's tucking the ball on the onside, straight to mid-wicket. Moti is in the way, another over completed. They're going real fast here, 72 for no wicket. The lead is 88. South Africa, what? They're 72, as I said, for no wicket. That's the latest score here from the Providence Stadium.
Well, it's not that I've lost faith. I don't think that the pitch has given them a lot to work on. But Warrican was very flat. Moti was also there flat and not getting a lot of turn. Maharaj was unable to derive or deduce a lot from this pitch also. So the thought of spinners dominating in this match is yet to be seen. I'm not sure that it will happen.
No, but when I mentioned that, Naim, I was thinking probably because you're aging so fast that you're losing faith.
There's a mocking air of chuckle-tea in the commentary box.
Our very good friend Naim Chan. We like him a part of the commentary team. Always brings a great flavor with his commentary. 72 for no wicket. Here is Joseph. He goes in, bowls to the Zorzi. He's coming forward and taps the ball out into the offside. And on that occasion, he looks very solid. Naim?
Yes, Joseph has found himself, or rediscovered himself, if you wish. in the last over. Had some very close shaves, especially against Zorzi. Actually missed the stumps and what.
And I'm pretty sure that Andrew, you're going to be here. You plan on coming? I can extend an early invitation for you.
So is this a one-day event, Master Manny?
No, there are a series of activities planned for a period of time.
Okay.
Series of activities planned for a period of time.
Here's Holder comes up now in bowls. The ball wraps in the pad, bigger people like before. No, says the umpire. Will they go upstairs here? I think the umpire, by the reckon, he might have gotten just outside the off stump, but we shall see. It was a raucous appeal for leg before, and the umpire says no. Will the West Indies go upstairs? Yes, they will. He played across it, struck on the pad, and there was Jason Holder appealing once, appealing twice, more than the Red Cross Society, I can imagine, and we shall see. Is it going to be goal struck by Holder? We shall see. As my very good friend who just had a prayer like the mighty Gabby in Barbados, Lord, send an answer for me. Here we go. Coming onto the front foot, struck on the pad. And that's a good shout in my opinion. I don't think outside the off stump. Based on that, is the umpire saying the ball would have gone down the leg side? I reckon that could be gone. We shall see. Here was the ultra edge. The ball has gone past the bat, so there's no bat involved. Can we agree on that?
We can agree with
Yeah,
on that.
okay, here we go. Yeah, it's hit the pad, so there you have that little, there we go. Here we go. There's a little gap between the bat and pad. Hits the pad. Now here we go. This is the big time. Struck on the pad, impact in line, and missing wicket. So the umpire got it right. Missing the wicket, as I said to you, the ball was just going down with leg. That's a big call. And the final analysis, that's a good decision by the umpire, because when you saw it real time, it looked as if he would have been gone. But on the evidence, Holder's delivery was just going down the leg side, and hence the umpire got it spot on.
That's what umpiring is all
Yeah,
about.
and you should know as a top umpire in Guyana.
Well, when I watched that, and I saw the angle, I felt
Yeah, it's going on.
I felt it could have been clipping leg stump.
Different leg stump.
And the fact that the umpire didn't give it out, it would
Right.
have been umpire's call.
Right, indeed, yeah,
Right.
indeed, yeah. So there you go. The umpire had a good look at that. Holder was appealing. It was a big appeal. The umpire said no, and the umpire has been pretty good. They've gotten most things right, but there was the batsman coming forward. Holder was targeting that leg stump, and the West Indies not being able to get a wicket. They need wickets now. 107 for 1 is 9 chances about to come in at the end of this over. Naim Chan is a Georgetown man, is he?
No, he's from the East Coast.
Oh, East Coast.
Yeah, so is he from Unity area, Naim?
So
Unity.
Georgetown is not in the East
He's
Coast?
from the area with Chandra Paul, I think,
Okay.
and Colin Croft,
Okay.
and so on. They're
Is
from
that Unity?
that area.
I
Unity
think
on the East
somebody
Coast.
said
of Demerara.
the former president is from that area as well. Jaguar, I think, is a Unity man.
Yes, he's from Unity as
Okay,
well.
wow, what a place.
That's a very rich area.
I would imagine.
And Naim Chan is a rich man as
But
well.
the prime minister is coming from there, Naim Chan, so it must be pregnant with gold and of course riches, 107 for one.
No, he tends to fool you, He's a very rich man.
I was told that, indeed.
But he loves to live simple.
Here is a delivery outside the off the backward, stroked away down to backward point, and a tumbling save by Warwick. He's going to have a serious sleep tonight. He's been all over the place, and if you're in Barbados, you say Punko Calypsonian, and he had to skip away down to backward point to make the stop. Here's Moti. Comes into Mark Crum, who's got 42 into this delivery. He's forward, just clips the ball into the onside down to the wicket. Captain Brathwaite comes across to pick it up. 107 for one. They said Naim Chan comes a calling. The weather's been brilliant in Guyana. Here we go. Moti comes in and bowls. Batsman is forward. Ball pitch on the off stump, pushed out to cover. Just remind me of the rainy season again, the months.
Yeah, you're talking May, June, more June, July now.
So this is the time we don't
and,
get
then,
rain.
and then, of course, December,
Did
January.
you ever have a drought in Guyana?
Yes, we've
It's
had
amazing.
we had a long drought period
Really?
last year. I think that lasted about 7 months.
Here's the delivery. Well, there's certainly a drought for the West Indies. They're not getting wickets as that ball is played square in the offside. So when you get your drought season, basically, what time?
Well, that would be around August.
August? Or so this time of the year,
You go from August to probably around October,
Okay.
November.
Here's Moti, comes up now, Bosa Makram. He's onto the front foot, plays the ball up towards that mid-off area. There's no run to end the over. It does it? Yes, it does. So, at the end of the over, they lead by 123. Stubbs is 14. Markham has gone to 42. 107 for one. That's the latest score. More from you, and then it's going to be a good friend, Naim Chan.
Mark Ram continues to battle away, 42 not out. He's already got 39 and Stubbs is on 14 now. He's got a half century at Test cricket. Very attractive batsman. They said he's more suited for franchise cricket, of course, but playing Test cricket, he played a reverse sweep shot and so on. But when you look at South Africa, they're building strong. That lead 123 runs, just losing that one wicket. Definitely, they're in the driving seat right now. I thought Moti has bowled pretty ordinary in this Test series. Didn't pick up a wicket, and now here he picked up one wicket in the first innings. But you will have to say that was a bad shot at the end of the day, and he picked up the wicket. But he has looked a bit ordinary as well as Warrington in this match.
Yeah, well, I've been told to go to tea. So I've got another 10 minutes. I'm going to stay with you until tea. I wonder if we're going to serve tea at tea. They don't normally do that, Holder comes up now, bowls to Stubbs. Stubbs is clipping the ball away from that leg stump. I think Holder's working because Stubbs tends to play across the line. And if you know, Holder's been attacking that leg stump. And there was a bigger people leg before earlier. The ball sliding down the leg side. 107 for loss of one. But you could clearly see he's attacking Stubbs just on that middle and leg stump.
And he's bowled better from the Players Pavilion.
He's looked much better. Jason Holder, the big man from Barbados. Hello to all of our listeners there in Barbados. Hello to all of our listeners in Antigua and Jamaica. All over the Caribbean, all over the world. Holder comes up now, bowls to Stubbs. Stubbs is coming onto the front foot. Tight delivery on that leg stump, pushed away up towards that mid-on area. There's no run, so we head on towards tea on the second day of the battle between South Africa and the West Indies, contested on the east bank of Demerara. Did I get it right?
9 kilometers away from Georgetown.
9 kilometers away.
To the south, more
Okay.
or less. Coming south of Georgetown.
Okay. And some people tell you that they live in South in Ghana. What does that mean?
That's South Primeville.
Okay.
That's an area in Georgetown. I live in South.
A holder comes in and bowls a ball in the off stump. And there's Stubbs coming forward and pushes the ball away down to mid-off. Because some of you talk to a guy and said, okay, I live in South.
I live in
that's
South. You call it South Primeville Gardens. You have South Primeville
Is that close
Park.
to Mandela Avenue?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
to the east of Mandela Avenue. When you turn around, there's a high school there. You call it the Rheinveld Multilateral School. So in that area, you
south.
you continue to go east.
Okay,
In
wonderful.
that area, there's a main street there called Aubrey Barker Road.
Aubrey Barker Road.
That separates north from south.
Oh, I
Rheinveld.
see. Holder comes in and bowls the ball in the legs, are ripped away by Stubbs. Through that square leg area, back will get one, we'll get a second. Jaden Seals comes from that fine leg area down to back for square to pick it at the back for the second. Was a bit full, 2 straight, and worked away for 2. 109 for 1. The lead is 125. As we welcome all of the listeners to this broadcast. Stub 16, Mark Crum is 42.
So you've got to be careful when you use the word South in Guyana, because
Yeah.
you've got in Georgetown of itself, you've got South Comminsburg and North Comminsburg. That's deep in Georgetown, in the Camp Street area side, you know, heading towards Stabrook Market. It's
Oh, I see.
South Comminsburg and North Comminsburg.
So is Stabrook Market the biggest market in Georgetown? Or is it bigger than Border?
It is.
You reckon?
It is a big market. There are other big markets in Guyana. You've got the Monrepo market. You've got
Oh,
Skeldon.
Monrico. Where would I find Monrico?
Monrepo is on the East Coast. Then that's
Okay.
that's another good market. I think they just built over that market actually. And then you've got Skeldon. Skeldon in the Quarantine area. That's
Oh, Skeldon.
That's
Okay.
a big market as well.
Is that Berbice?
That's Quarantine Berbice.
Okay,
Yes.
uh-huh.
That's where Watikar and
Okay,
that's in his
okay,
area.
okay.
That's heading down to get to Suriname.
Okay.
And then you've got Parika
Parika?
market as well. So we've got quite a few markets. And Regina, those areas that's over on the Essequibo now. So we've got quite a few markets that have been blossoming and doing pretty well. Border Market, Stabrook Market. There is Kitty Market as well. That's not a big market,
Is
but
it Kitty Mark? I never knew that.
there is a Kitty Market. That too was built over, but not a big market. But the huge markets in Georgetown obviously would be Stabrook and Border Markets, the two popular markets in the Georgetown area. But then you've got Monrepo. That's a nice market. They sell lots of good stuff there. And you can get a lot of wild meat there, you know, from the Monrepo area. And they sell cheap there as well. They sell a lot of stuff. I've gone there and shopped at the Monrepo market as well. And the people up there, they have lots of stuff up there. But yes, you look at the other markets around, Skeldon Market, a pretty big market as well. But that's the thing about Guyana, flourishing country in terms of its agriculture, the produce, the greens and the fruits. Excellent in Guyana. It's just a matter of how you monitor yourself, your diet, what you prefer to use, because you've got a lot of the sweet fruits as well. But the truth is, as long as you're conscious of your health, you know how to regulate what you eat, your diet, and it's nice to have a food breakfast. I do a food breakfast in the morning.
Oh, you do? Okay.
And sometimes I don't
So
have a
some
regular
pla-
breakfast.
Oh.
I have a fruit breakfast.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, and sometimes
I'm glad
I
to know
go
that
straight
you-
to lunch.
I'm glad to know you're eating healthy.
But you're talking about a little hefty area for
Oh,
me
really?
here.
No, you call it, just get the language right. It's called ample girth. You like that, don't you? But
Oh,
there's
yes.
a gentleman here. He's in New York. He says, "Good afternoon, gentlemen. Happy Friday to you. I'm listening to the game from New York. I always loved my country, beautiful Guyana. I was there 2 months ago. Oh, beautiful Guyana, land of many waters. Guyana's election is on March 31st, 2025.
Right.
Is that correct?
That would be correct.
Is it a
That
set
should
date?
be correct.
Is that set date? He said in America, presidential elections, you need, of course, 270 electoral college votes to win. And Stabrook Market is the biggest market in Guyana. So, gentlemen, can you tell me your name? We want to meet you. Here's a ball as a holder who doesn't know about big markets, because Barbados is not big. I think Barbados can hold into diamond, I'm told. I understand it's a wonderful development in diamond.
Yes, I actually went to the market in Barbados.
You did?
Yeah, I wasn't quite
Was
impressed.
it as big as Stabrook?
No, I wasn't impressed at all, Andrew. I must be honest with you.
I did absence of fruit.
My friends in Barbados would be annoyed with me, but I'll be honest, I wasn't impressed at all.
No, 109
Oh.
for one. Maybe had a couple of mangoes and a couple of dashes.
And it was expensive.
It was,
actually.
but Barbados
Yeah.
is an expensive
It
country,
is.
incredibly so. I think Auntie May's got some work to do. She actually gave Guyana over 1,000 blackberry sheep recently.
Oh, yes.
I think they're up in they're in the quarantine. But here's a holder in bowls outside the often goes by to be taken. It's an interesting situation there. That ball goes by to be taken by the keeper. 109 for one. Where the Prime Minister of Barbados gives Guyana 1,000 blackberry sheep.
And if they've multiplied well,
I would
we
imagine
probably
it'd be-
got about 20,000.
With the green grass
blackberry
of
sheep
Guyana, I
already.
think so as well. Yeah, so plenty of good quality mutton there. Of course, she's very close to Dr.
There's a
Irfan
good
Ali.
relationship
Very good,
between the governments, and it's very nice. You know, years ago that wasn't so.
No, it wasn't so.
But things have
In fact,
changed.
they said they had a bench in those
That's
days.
right.
That's all gone now.
And I would not have gone to Barbados then, to be honest
no,
with you.
I'll tell you this. You know, it's interesting when you talk about Guyana. I mean, they've produced so many great cricketers. But I remember back in 2008, Bart Jagdeo was then the president. There was a big conference in Barbados at the Hilton, and the then Prime Minister of Barbados was Owen Seymour Arthur. And he said, in 20 years, Guyana will become the beacon of the region. Now, he had a vision, and of course, vision is the art of seeing things invisible.
Correct.
And it's come to pass. I mean, but he's now gone to the great beyond, Owen Arthur. I remember him saying that. I had a tremendous vision. 109 for 1. Here is Moti. Comes up now, bowls to Macram, doesn't deliver. The ball didn't come out. Goes back to his mark. The West Indies in desperate search of a wicket as we head towards tea on the second day. In he comes. On his way, he's up and bowls outside the off stump and crashed away square in the offside. Doesn't put it away down to backward point. There's no run.
But I still believe the whole world believes that Guyana has always been the breadbasket of the country.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
And that goes without saying.
Yeah, without
because
a doubt.
When you had the hurricane, we did send a lot of help. as
Yeah,
well.
indeed. Yeah, wonderful. Thanks to Guyana. Here's the delivery, given some air. And thanks to Moti, who's very much a proud Guyanese, bowling to Macram. He's forward, pushes to cover. He's got 42 stubs, 16, 109 for 1. This is a second session on day 2. Lead by 125. Moti in his 7th over, none for 23. Comes in and bowls to Macram. He's onto the front foot and clips it down towards mid-on. There is no run. What's your time now on that Citizens Watch you got? You bought in Rob Street?
I'm
Did you
saying
buy it in Rob Street?
237. This was bought from one of our leading stores in the city.
And not in Rob Street. Here's the ball.
Not
pitched
in
up.
Rob Street.
There's the batsman driving up towards that short extra cover area. That's the Macram. And it went up to short extra cover. Athanaze didn't stop it. And given the reaction of the ball, I'd like to see that on the monitor. Did that carry? But let's have a look at this. Here's the delivery. Give him some air. These drive in. Was that a catch? I'm just beginning to wonder. Let me look at that again. In he comes and bowls short off the bat foot, stroked away by Stubbs up to extra cover. There's no run, but certainly, let's look at that. There we go. Coming forward and driving.
Yes.
That was a catch.
It was a catch.
It was a catch. It was put down by Athanaze. Naughty Athanaze. Here's the delivery, which is given some air. Now the ball is pushed up towards that mid-off area to get a single. The ball went past Athanaze, and there was Seals not coming in with the ball, as they would say, and they've got a single 111 for loss of 1. Just a couple of minutes to go before the break. So it's been a good day for South Africa, and I'll tell you why. At the start, it was 95 for loss of 7. We had a situation where
97.
Yeah. What was it?
97 for
97 for 7. They made 144, so they weren't not able to get away. And they've
Right.
lost 1 wicket. And now the equation, they lead by 127. So it's been a good day. They keep replaying that catch, which should have been taken by Athanaze, the man from Dominica.
Yes.
Should have caught that.
He should have caught that. It came low to him, quick and low. Markram has been negotiating the spin well, I thought. He's played well so far for his 43, but at the end of the day, Athanaze was placed there for that shot because he was playing a lot of deliveries in that area.
So it's a situation where this should be the last over before the break. I've got 2:39, so should be the last over. Here we go. Holder comes in to bowl to Stubbs, in bowls to Stubbs. Stubbs is forward and drives up towards wide mid-off and can't score. You got to take your catches.
It gets dicey here. Here is where the West Indies have got to be careful. Here is where the cricket sometimes just go away, slip away from them. You got 1 wicket. The lead is 127. You get the impression that a bit of frustration is stepping into the West Indies camp. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, indeed. You got to keep fighting. But the cameras are on Athanaze. You must be slightly embarrassed by that. You should have got that. Here's Holder. Comes up now. Bowls to Stubbs. Stubbs is on the front foot. Good in swinger. Good bowling by Holder. Looks much better from the top end. And it's played away down towards that mid-on area. There's no run. 17 he's got. Markham is 43. 111 for loss of 1. We got a question for our listeners. We got a winner. But we're going to give away 2 more tickets, of course, for tomorrow. So that will come at the start of the commentaries after tea. Can I invite you, while you're at break, to provide a question? Can you do that?
Let me work on that.
Okay, so the answer is yes. Here is Holder. Comes in the balls outside the off stump. And there's Stubbs are watching the ball go by to be taken by the keeper. So the Reverend, the Christian, course, we're talking about Matthew Kassoon, is going to be the man providing the question after the break. Is that okay with you, Matthew?
Well, I have to think about one first. So you want a question in relation to cricket?
Yeah, I would think so.
All right.
Yeah. Not about Christianity, just about cricket.
That's all right.
Okay, fine. Or about pineapples, or whether Starbuck Market is bigger than Border Market. So give me a quick question.
What about a question about Guyana?
All right. Indeed.
Fair
Here's
enough.
Holder. Comes in again. 3 balls left before the break. He's in. Bowls to Stubbs. Stubbs is forward. Plays the ball away into the onside. And playing quite freely with the freedom of Nelson Mandela. And it goes down towards that square leg area. That's up to 111 for loss of 1. Getting closer and closer for the time for the first game in the Barclays Premier League at 3 o'clock. Fulham will play against Man United. You're not a football man, are you?
I'm not a big football
don't strike
fan.
like a
I follow
football
more the
man.
World Cup and so on. I don't follow English football.
Do you like golf?
But not really. Not a golf fan.
Here is Holder. Comes up now in both to Stubbs. Stubbs is along the ball to come outside the off stump, and there's the keeper dropping to his right. De Silva didn't take a catch earlier. Seems to put on a bit of weight. Seems to be eating some extra roti there in Trinidad. Looks a bit heavy, doesn't he?
Yes, and I think he's got to keep working on his wicket-keeping duties as well.
No.
You know,
And
he's
my
not-
response is you got to just keep being disciplined. Cricket is all about discipline. You know, discipline is a word that some people think is overused, but it's a big, powerful word. You know,
It is.
Discipline. You've got to have discipline in anything really, and he should have gobbled the catch comfortably. Here we go. So how many balls left? This should be the last ball before the break. Holder comes up now. He's in and bowls to Stubbs, and Stubbs is along the ball to go by to be taken by the keeper. So that's tea on the second day of the contest between South Africa and the West Indies, contested at Providence. The situation is a good one for the South Africans, a session in which 81 runs were scored, 27 overs bowled, and importantly, just 1 wicket going down. So purely on the stats, advantage to South Africa.
Definitely advantage South Africa. They'll be very happy in their camp now when you think about what has transpired. Day 1, 17 wickets fallen, and today just 4 wickets have fallen. So, and we did talk about that is going to be different on day 2. They're not going to approach their game in any haphazard manner, and they've come out and they've battled their way through. Look at Markram, 43 from 93 deliveries. Stubbs is 17 from 45. Just 12 extras, of course. That's still a lot of extras because the West Indies started behind anyhow when they were dismissed for 144. But at the end of the day, advantage South Africa. I think they're in the driver's seat here, and they're in with a very, very big chance of winning this test match and winning this test series.
Okay, just before we go, the listener says, I'm a loyal listener to 104.1 Light FM, and my name is McLean Chesney. So thanks you for listening to the broadcast and continue to make sure that we have a good commentary. So it's been a very, very good session for the South Africans. With a mountain to climb, the West Indies will have to pull things back by getting wickets to ensure that the South Africans don't run away with this game. You agree?
Yes, agree with that totally. But it's going to be tough. A tough ask with the West Indian bowlers when they come out for the final session on day 2. But definitely South Africa, they put themselves in a very good position here to continue building strong, to give the West Indies a huge total to chase batting last at Providence.
So then, 144 to the West Indies starting the day on 97 for loss of 7, with Mulder picking up 4 for 32. And then when South Africa batted a second time, 111 for 1. A situation where Markham is on 43, Stubbs is on 17. Of course, he was a man to go caught by De Silva off Seals out swinger for 39, 111 for 1. The bowling figures quickly for you. Seals, 9 overs, 2 minutes, 1 for 36. Holder, 9 overs, 3 minutes, none for 17. Very unlucky. Shamar Joseph, 8 overs, 1 made, none for 26. And Moti, 9 overs, 2 maidens, none for 25. So scores at T on the second day of the battle between South Africa and the West Indies. South Africa 160 and 111 for 1. The West Indies 144. We'll come back in about 15 minutes. Please join us then.
Thank you.